Today we are going to be making soft on the inside and slightly crispy on the outside sourdough Polish pączki. For this recipe you will need 1 whole egg, 3 egg yolks, sugar, salt, soft butter, bread flour. I'm using a white 11.5% protein flour, active sourdough starter, warm milk and vanilla extract. Start by adding the warm milk into the mixing bowl and then add the bread flour. This ensures that even if your milk was slightly too hot, it will not kill your sourdough starter as the flour will cool it off beforehand. Then add your sourdough starter, sugar, salt, eggs and vanilla extract. Mix everything on medium-high speed for 6 to 8 minutes until gluten is well formed. As it mixes, let me tell you an interesting fact about Polish pączki. The Thursday before Ash Wednesday in Poland, we celebrate a day called Fat Thursday, Tłusty Czwartek. On that day, we eat many pączki or faworki, another deep-fried Polish treat to prepare for Lent. Traditional pączki are filled with rose jam, however, more and more people like to add more complex fillings such as chocolate, pistachios, or even coconut. When your dough starts sticking to the dough hook and slightly coming off the walls, like this dough is, then we are ready to start adding our butter. You can add your room temperature butter 1 tablespoon at a time. This is very important. Make sure it is mixed well before you add another chunk of butter. After all the butter is incorporated, mix for another 2 more minutes. Our dough will be sticky because the dough itself is wet, however it should not tear as you stretch it, just like that. Cover your dough with plastic wrap and leave on your countertop for about 6 hours to bulk ferment and then place in the fridge overnight. This is how your dough should look like after the whole night in the fridge. It should at least double in the size and look airy. This is a well-fermented dough. We are ready to roll our pączusie. Sprinkle your rolling surface generously with flour beforehand. Then roll your dough about 1 inch thick. Use a cookie cutter or glass to cut even circles and set aside on a well-floured surface to proof for another 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the temperature in your kitchen. You can re-roll the leftover dough one more time. Just let it rest for about 20 minutes before you repeat the process. Pączki from the second rolled dough will be still great, but maybe a little bit less even. Cover with a damp cloth so they don't dry out. Now we are going to take our Dutch oven, which is ideal for frying, although any deep pot could work. Prefilled with neutral flavored oil and heat to approx 350 Fahrenheit. I highly recommend using an oil thermometer to control the temperature of your oil. It should always stay between 350 and 375 Fahrenheit degrees. If it gets too low, pączki will absorb the oil. If it gets too high, they will burn on the outside and still be raw inside. Be sure to mix your oil every now and then while you're waiting for it to come to temp. Oil does not heat as evenly as water does, so you need to mix it to prevent cold pockets from causing temperature drops later. As you can see, my pączki rose well, and after placing them in the oil, they immediately float. This is proof that they are ready to be fried. If they drown at the bottom of your pot, you may have over or under proven your donuts. If they look flat, but you have proven them at the warm temperature with the times provided, then you should fry them now since they are over proven. Otherwise, you should let them rest for another half an hour to an hour to allow additional proving. Don't overcrowd your pot. Each pączek should be able to evenly fry. Fry them for 2 to 3 minutes on each side till deep brown. Well-reasoned pączki are fluffy and airy, and the best proof of that is the golden ring on each of them. Place them on a drying rack to get rid of oil excess and to cool off. Don't forget to keep an eye on your oil temperature. After they are fully cooled off, then we are ready to fill them with the filling of your choice. Today I'm using homemade raspberry jam as well as homemade chocolate ganache. Pierce each pączek with your finger to create a small hole. Fill it using a piping bag. Do not overpipe, otherwise they may explode. dust with powdered sugar or icing, and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed my Polish pączki recipe video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more homemade Polish content, and feel free to drop a comment below if you have a recipe you'd like to see. Do widzenia! Bye!